destination.
Or the journey.
All the journey. My arm has gone through the window. So that means like my hand has not got any, like all the skin, everything's come off.
Remi Burgz, not your local energy provider, your national energy provider.
And to me, I took that as a sign from God. Like I was like, okay, this opportunity has now come to me. Before it was me going to it.
Good? Are you good? You got the same glasses, Kizzy?
And I think that was the moment that I realized, wow, if I died, life has to go on, you know.
Whatever you want to do in this life, put your mind to it and you can do it, 100%.
Yeah, welcome to this part of the show. This part where we get to kind of dive into our guest and kind of find out a bit more about themselves, away from their accolades, away from their careers, to kind of see maybe your experience or your journey can give somebody a boost or help somebody out there that might be going through the same similar things as you are. We know that you are BBC Radio 1 Extra host. You've done things like Glastonbury, numerous tours, numerous party hosts, accolades galore that people can think of. But what I really want to know is, I want to strip everything down a bit and find out, who is Remi Burgz? Like, where did it all start? Where did Remi Burgz come from? I won't even start with the last name, for example. Burgz. Is that actually your last name or is that your stage name?
So, okay, let's go. Remi Burgz is a Instagram name that just stuck, my G. I don't like, I just created it and everyone started calling me it, and it's my fault. I didn't say stop calling me. So here we are. It's not my government name.
Okay. But Burgz doesn't mean anything, or it's not standing for anything.
Remi is actually my surname. It's a part of my surname.
Okay.
And Burgz is my ex favorite color. Burgundy. Wow. That's literally it.
There's no deeper meaning, nothing. You're of African origin, Nigerian to be precise. Okay. Obviously, growing up and as we all know, as you said over there, when I was playing pool, African parents, they always want want you to go to school, want you to get a degree, A levels, 5A to start. So how did they relate to you and your pursuit of being a host and a DJ? What was that feeling like, on that relationship like with them?
I'm very grateful for my parents. I feel like they you know, even just growing up, they tried. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I got to that point in my life where I was like, do you know what? Yeah, like my parents actually tried for us. Like, so with me, I was a very law-abiding child. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I did as I was told, and I guess that kind of reflected my real life. Okay. So I just did as I was told. And until I had a very bad car accident in 2014, whilst I was at uni, so I was at my final year, and this accident meant that I had to take a year out and just start again. But that accident just gave me a whole new outlook on life, because that plan that I had was now it wasn't existent anymore. What am I doing? Okay, I wanted to be a politician, but then I realized you have to be a good liar.
All day. Yeah, you have to. You have to.
So I was like, okay, so I don't want to be a politician anymore. And then that made me start working with young people, because that's just something that I've naturally done anyway. I didn't just attend my youth club. I was part of the youth club. I was trying to help everyone as much as possible, as well as trying to survive myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So I honed into that a lot more. And yeah, I feel like the moment I reached the pinnacle of what I could do with young people, I feel like I clocked that level that I was trying to help young people in. So that just made me just shift. Okay, so what is it that I want to do? And like I said, radio always came back to me. As much as, and the reason I say that is because I wanted to do radio when I was younger, but then and again, my parents, they allowed me to try anything that I wanted to do. Like, they used to pay for me to go on trips, to go to Wales, go to every, like, I was a traveller, I was a gallivant, serious gallivant.
Jeez, well, Christopher Columbus, yeah?
Yeah. So, like, you know, I told my mum actually, I want to do radio, right? Because I had a friend that did radio, and it was in Asylum Road in Peckham. Now, if you're from South East London and you know Asylum Road in Peckham, you know that's the road that links you from Peckham to Oakham Road.
Right.
And there's a roundabout in the middle, and it's just good luck kind of thing. So I had an auntie that lived there.
Yeah.
Me and my mum were walking past, and I'm like, Mum, that's the radio station I was talking about. And she was just like, if I ever see you again, this place is too dark. So she just abrupted that.
She cancelled. They didn't even care. They didn't even care.
Like I said, I was like law abiding. Do you know what I mean? I was young in it, so I was just like, well, she didn't want to see me there. Okay, cool. And then opportunity, the same radio station, they were now offering introduction to radio like a couple of years later.
Right.
I went to the introduction to radio course, and I got my first job. I'm making money.
Yeah.
The game changed now.
It changes everything,
as well, which is handy. You know, it wasn't during college, it wasn't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna lie, I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean? I put radio on the back burner again. The third time now, this is when I'm working with young people, and I'm like, okay, after work, I'm gonna go to these courses. I've signed up, and then like my brother got stabbed, so I just felt like I had to be there for my family, because it was at the time where I was going to work and then going straight home. Like it wasn't no socializing. It was like I need to check on my family and everything. So I dropped out of it. I let them know. I said, this is what happened, like kind of thing. And then I just let that go. I just thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna be working with young people now. Yeah. And then I got an email that came back to me. It was like the next cohort that they were doing training for. And the same woman that I told about, you know, my family issues that I was having, she now mentioned it was like, I've got another space. Right. Like if you want to come on it, there's a space in it. Right. And to me, I took that as a sign from God. Like I was like, okay, this opportunity has now come to me. Right. Before it was me going to it, but it's come to me. And I just decided from that day forward, I'm gonna put radio first. Nothing's gonna, no job, nothing is gonna come before radio. And
boom.
I know, it used to take about 20 minutes. 24 minutes. I'll do like boss. How you doing? This is one of my favourite security guards. My favourite. How you doing, boss? Good? How you doing? You got the same glasses, can you see? You're gonna meet people like that you have a connection with. Do you get what I mean? When you're trying to start something, everyone is like, all right, cool. You're not just going straight for the guy to talk or whoever. No, but you got to acknowledge everyone, innit? I acknowledge everyone as much as I can when I walk into this building. Because if I'm going to be coming in here Monday to Friday, there's no point in walking past you that I see every single time. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're part of my life, innit? Do you know what I mean? You're actually part of my life. It's like your second home. No, that's even that. Yeah, that's charged me up. Just even seeing them coming in, it's like, man, it's ready for work.
Most important thing I'm learning from this story, from what you're telling me exactly, is like the importance of keep moving. Yeah. The importance, as much as we think what our destination is meant to be or what it's meant to be, if you keep moving, what will come for you as long as you keep moving. That's exactly what I'm learning from just you hearing that first bit.
I genuinely believe that.
I got that, but I got something else, bro. Like as she was talking, she mentioned God a couple times, but then away from God, she also mentioned like she puts herself in positions. So for me, I always believed this, that God is God, but it's hand in hand with the hard work.
Of course.
You know, there's a lot of people who pray, which is a great thing, but they pray with no movement.
Yeah.
Whereas like she's an example of praying, but then also moving with it, and it becomes a duo. Yeah. You know, because you prayed when you were still, when you said it was God, but you put yourself in places. You didn't have to hoover. You didn't have to brainstorming. You know, it's like, who's this girl? Why is she here? Why is she brainstorming at our project? But when you're there, when the opportunity came, it's Rem, you're familiar. Come on.
How did you get over the physical, emotional trauma in terms of the scar, and also the emotional trauma in terms of the mental side? How did you overcome that?
I think it was it was a very like that day. I remember it so vividly because it was reading week. You know, uni reading week. Like that's like the one week that you're actually meant to read, but everybody just.
I remember reading week was like a holiday, boy.
Exactly. The 1 week holiday. But yeah, it was reading week, and you know I was in London. It was like around Valentine's Day actually. It was like 16th of February is the actual day, and I'm on my way back to uni. So I've come from London on my way back to uni, and you know like on the motorway doing normal speed, like not even speeding, like, and the tire just bursts. Like,
Wow.
the tire just burst, like, and no other cars were involved. It was literally just our car. I'm a passenger. My best friend is driving, and you know the car just. There's two options. The car can either go left or right, or 3 options. You can go straight.
Yeah.
It was gearing towards the right, which is where the barriers are, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So ain't nobody trying to crash into the barriers.
Yeah, of course.
That's metal on metal. That's slow.
Yeah.
So the car's now like stuck on the left side, like, and it's just spinning out of control. There's music playing in the background, but for some reason you can't hear the music.
Right.
It's just like silent.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As soon as something like that happens, you're just like, whoa. So the car's spinning, so it's skidding across the lanes. And this is the big part of the motorway where there's like 4 lanes.
Wow.
And again, no other cars involved. It's like we're passing all the cars, like we're just, and then we've gone into the bank, like where the green part is.
Yeah.
And we've like now the car's skidding across the bank now, yeah. But it's skidding backwards, but in an upwards position. Then it like gets to the top, wherever the top is. Again, I'm not looking in that direction. I'm just thinking, bruh.
Yeah, of course.
So, it gets to the top of the bank and it just flips, and then comes back into the road. So now we're on our head top. Like, we're just like. And I remember just blacking out for like a few seconds. You never really know how long you blacked out for, to be fair. But I've woken up, and the first thing I've said is, I'm alive. Like, because I'm confused. Like, because at that point, you've just said, well, that's it. Like, once I felt like I was in the air, I was like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
it is what it is for me. Kind of thing.
Wow.
So, yeah, like, that whole experience there. First of all, I got to experience what it's like to walk on the motorway. Have you ever walked on the motorway?
No,
I've
once,
ran on the
yeah,
motorway.
I've walked on the motorway,
Yeah.
yeah, that one there. I'll leave. I'll let Ray explain to you that story. That story is crazy.
I'm definitely gonna ask you about it. If I saw somebody running on the motorway, I'm actually gonna be like, what's up?
It wasn't optional.
It was an optional story.
Okay, cool. Say that. But yeah, I got to like experience what it was like to stand. I think when I came out of the car, like, my injuries. Let's talk about my injuries for a second. So the car crashes happen now, and my arm has gone through the window. So that means like my hand has not got any. Like all the skin, everything's come off now. Like so, I'm seeing my arm and it's looking like bone.
Jeez.
And it still hadn't registered that, yo, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in my head I'm thinking I'm gonna lose my arm because there's nothing there. Like, all I'm seeing, see them skeletons that you see in science.
Yeah.
Where you used to play with in science. That's what I'm seeing on my arm. Like I'm seeing the white part. Like that's like what, you know what I mean? That's layers.
Yeah.
You know. So
veins and
all of that. So my tendons moving mad. Like, but at this point it's such a fresh cut. There's no blood. You know when it's just the blood hasn't gone around yet. So anyway, that's the extent of my injury in it. So it just meant that. I had to get flown in to back to South London because I was in the middle of Kent. Got flown in on a helicopter, Like, but I always think about that, man. I was thinking, why my first time in a helicopter, me unconscious? That's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
So like, bro, I don't even get to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway,
What about the
that's
other
another story.
people in the car? Like,
Oh, my best friend, she was fine.
Cool.
She didn't sustain like any like major injuries. We thank God. But yeah, in that moment, that was like that contributed to me being still, because it just again it meant that I had to miss out a whole year.
Right.
You know. But yeah, that injury mentally was very difficult. Physically, by the grace of God, I healed very well. People are coming to, you know, to show you love and stuff, but they leave. You know, and I think that was the moment that I realized, wow, if I had died, life has to go on, you know, because I was at home. Whilst everyone's going to work, whilst everyone's just continuing on with their life, I was sitting at home. So I was imagining that if I wasn't here, this is what life would be like. Like everyone still has to go to work, everyone's still. So to me, it was just like, wow, like I could have not been here. Do you know what I mean? And like to an extent, it really, that was the first time I'd ever thought, do I even want to be here?
wow.
I'm hearing a story and it's making me just a little bit teary, innit? Because
I'm getting the goosebumps.
like, I love you, Remi, bro. As my sister, bro. I love you. Do you get what I'm saying? Even hearing that story and it's making me just a little bit upset, because I'm just trying to even picture what if. Do you get what I'm saying? What if? And just even the what if is making my heart hurt. Do you get what I'm saying? That I will never be sitting here. I'll never be able to phone you. Hey, Remi, how you doing? You going? Do you get what I mean? I wouldn't have that opportunity to just check upon you and just to say I love you. Do you get what I mean? So even hearing that to this point is I'm just thankful that I always say to thing, you haven't touched 15 or 20% of what you're destined for. Do you get what I mean? Not even 30%. You're just only, and you don't even know what's about to come. And that's just because of what God has put you through and what God has told you. Because every journey, I was listening to something important, I was watching something, you've probably seen it. And everyone says, what's important? I'm gonna ask you right now, both of you, what's important, the destination or the journey?
Ooh.
For me,
What's important?
the journey.
What would you say, Remi? It's a good question, isn't it?
Wait, wait.
I know why I'm saying journey.
Wait, what's important? The destination
Or the journey?
or the journey?
I stand by my journey.
You start by the journey,
Stand by it, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking this question in a second.
I'm gonna. That's mad. I would say the destination. You know.
Yeah, the destination,
The
cool.
destination.
You say the journey, you say the
Yeah,
destination. So
stand by
I used to
mine, yeah.
think the journey, I would say the journey, but what I found that, what I'm learning, that neither of them, they are important, but the company you keep through that.
You got this from all or nothing. I thought I had to
the
say it.
journey, the company you keep is vital to everything, because the company you keep in that journey, or do whether it be by yourself, because the journey, most people's journey, you have different companies along the journey, along the way. So either journey might take you away from your destination or pull you closer to your destination. The journey is still the journey. It's going to happen regardless of who is the company.
Yeah.
So, but the destination determines to who you have around you as the company will take you to your
you
destination. So that's
actually
why I'm
proper.
learning within myself that the company you keep within the journey is actually the most important thing, because you're gonna keep on moving. So that's why I'm even saying thankful, like that you had certain individuals around you, even you put yourself in place, like the guy you said that helped you, that got you into BBC. He was an important person and it's an important company in the journey. The person that got you your first radio gig, that's the company.
Remi Burgz, not your local energy provider, your national energy provider.
Sorry.
I love Respectfully.
Wow.
I've got like 20 people.
Stay in the life?
I just want you guys to actually enjoy a show that I love.
Fam? There was one point in the show I wanted to cry, but I had to get my act together. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta do my job. But no, it was mad in terms of just.
It was very. I found it very intimate.
Very intimate.
Very intimate. It's like I felt like he was. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Like, oh no, that was a beautiful experience. Absolutely amazing experience.
It's crazy because I guess in this music scene, until you get in front of your fans, it's all just imagination, innit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
now, even when I was looking, I was thinking, is this the guy from SoundCloud?
this is a SoundCloud. This is the Big up SoundCloud, because SoundCloud was the real A&R.
I'm telling you, the real A&R.
Actually good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Day in the life of Remi Burgz. Yeah. Just want to say, whatever you want to do in this life, put your mind to it, and you can do it. 100%. Just don't give up. Keep going. Always something waiting for you around the corner. Okay? Just keep going. I believe in you. Heard it.
I would say personally, I feel like you're living within your purpose, because to give out so much energy on your daily, whether it's radio, whether it's hosting, it's a lot for a human being. But I always say, when you're living your purpose, you don't feel as tired as you would if you were to be doing something that isn't aligned with what you're really meant to do. Do you get what I mean? So that's why I always sit down thinking, right, is Remi right? Like, I wasn't thinking, oh, let me call, you sometimes see my message in the morning, like, let me just check, like, because I'm like, all right, cool, he's tired, but you keep on going, you're like, nah, I'm cool, man. Because I always believe that, like, you are now living within your purpose, and that's, from the background, from the inside, it's amazing. It's amazing to see.
Are you like, you're living your purpose career-wise? Like, to go for acting like that and be still, obviously we thank God you found you're living your truth in your career. What about, are you living your truth in your life? Do you know what I'm saying there?
Yeah. Definitely living my truth.
Yeah.
I feel like if we're talking about like my sexuality, that's me living my truth.
Okay.
If we're
Or from the still moment, is that when, like, you said, I'm gonna live my truth, sexuality, career? Was it from that?
Nah, that one needs a bit more time. That one there.
Say with the African parents and everything, you had to.
That one is like that's a different journey, man. That's like you have to admit it to yourself first. I don't even think I said that I was gay out loud until I was like 22.
Okay.
I didn't say it in my mouth, like it was all in here.
In their mind.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you feel like with you was always gay from young, or do you feel it came at 22?
No, I feel like I knew that I liked women from young. Like, but when you're young, there's certain thoughts that you probably would suppress.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like I suppressed it for as much as I could to a point where it was like, nah, this is getting a bit too much now. Like, you know, I gotta live for myself.
Love that.
And yeah, like. That's I guess that's a fraction of me living my truth.
How was that like I always think of, like, when I was younger, like, you're African, you know. So going to your parents was something that, you know, even like getting a B or a C, and which is not bad.
To them, it's
A or nothing.
Maybe even A star.
Even the A is not even good enough. So, how was that like going to your parents, even more so as the African descendant, to know that, all right, to tell them I'm actually gay. How was that like to you, and what was that? Did they accept it straight away, or was it something that they had to get embedded in over a period of time?
I feel like with okay.
This was a difficult.
No, it is. I'm just trying to think, because it's a stages thing, man.
It's a stage. Okay.
You can't just. It's like a switch. It's like you have to, within yourself, you have to be like, this is it. Right. Like, this is me. Like, I'm fed up of hiding this part of me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, for me, anyway. Everybody's journey is different.
I'm taking
but for me, it was like I had to accept it within myself before I could start dealing with anybody else.
Come on.
and I feel like my radio course, my masters that I did, that was the moment I needed, because I was learning about radio, and one of the things that people were drawn to was people who were themselves, right? They wanted you have to be kind of relatable, and I felt like I said it to my lecturer. I said, like, I don't feel like I'm gonna be able to be a good presenter if I'm not myself. And that was the only thing that I felt like I wasn't giving to the world. And you don't have to give it to the world, but I didn't. When I say give it to the world, I realized it wasn't the world. I didn't even give it to myself, because I didn't even admit it. Do you know what I mean? I hadn't even told myself that, you know, I hadn't accepted it myself. So my radio course really helped me to do that.
What would Remi say to the younger Remi?
Yeah.
If you could sit with younger Remi right now opposite you here, what would you tell her?
I would say, don't be afraid of your dreams. Because like we're told to dream, but sometimes that dream can scare you. Like the dream can scare you. You know? And I think I would tell the younger me just to not be afraid. And there's this gospel song that goes, God's got a blessing with your name on it.
Yes.
Like that's
just
it.
there,
God's got a
just
blessing.
there.
Your name's on it, man.
Yeah.
Just keep meeting
trust the
halfway in it.
process.
Work,
Come
faith.
collect your gift.
You know what I mean? So.
That's crazy. That's crazy. For what you do for everyone else, I appreciate you, and I want to say I'm thankful for that. So we've gone out of our way to get you something special, and we just hope that you like it.
Guys.
The first one.
There's more than one.
There's more than one. We want you to open it and see, and tell us what you think.
Guys, you didn't have
we had to just get something specific. We always get something specific to the individual. Yeah, open it. Open it. It's just to show our appreciation for you and to say that we love you, and for sharing your for sharing your experience now.
It's engraved.
Yeah.
Burgz, most extraordinary local energy provider, forever changing the world.
Yeah. No, we appreciate you, man.
Guys,
you know
this. Thank you so much.
No,
there's another thing as well, because I know that like you love your bike rides in the morning.
Oh my God.
Vlogs, innit?
Yeah,
love a bike ride.
You love your bike ride, and you have the headphones you zone out, so we're gone out of our way to get you some headphones as well. So when you're going through them bike rides, at least you can speak on the phone, to do whatever you want to do. You don't need, all of that stuff, and you enjoy your bike rides to work when you go. Nah, it's just for us just to say thank you, man.
Kind. Thank you so much.
No, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Remi, do you like a gift? How have you enjoyed the show?
I feel so grateful.
Doesn't let go.
I'm just like, hello.
Come on.
Can you please?
Thank you so much for this. Honestly, just even this conversation, it was so empowering just to be able to share that with you, because you know how I feel about you.
Of course.
So much.
No, thank you so much. We appreciate it. What else? The audience may want to know what else you got going on right now, what you got coming up, or where they can find you. And obviously, it's not hard to find you, but where they can find for those that don't know. On
social media, it's at Remi Burgz, RemiBurgz. Or you can just type in your local energy provider.
Cheers.
You can catch me on the radio Monday to Friday,
Tune
1 to
in,
4
man.
p.m. on BBC Radio and Extra. So far, it's more radio, more TV.
Yeah, man.
I've got a couple things in line that are by the grace of God.
Can't even give away too much.
Very, very shortly. More collaborations. I'm also an A&R, and I love discovering new talent. So yeah, I'm just here to just share positive vibes, good music, and just a more positive outlook on life. just in general. So yeah, just watch this space. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get on my page, by the way. So if you're coming to expect something,
we love that disclaimer. No, but we want to appreciate you lot for watching, and we hope that whatever your path, whatever your career, whatever your journey you're going through, maybe you can take something out of her experience, or even maybe me and Ray's experience, and maybe you can add to your life and maybe help you along the way. So I want to thank you. Until next time, that's Paul on Conversations. Thank you very much.
I know telling people how you feel can often seem like a burden, but there's absolutely no shame in getting help if you feel like you're hurting.
My karaoke song would be
Yes,
Little Bit
have
of
some personal
That's
doubt.
exactly what I was just gonna say. That's my karaoke. Like a cop.
Ready to support. You just have to
Keep going.
in a safe space, we can conversate, educate.
Doing the drop in the latest drop.
I got stopped by the latest cop.
We have to highlight
They got me
the
thinking I can date a cop.
because a lot of us are
The
suffering
uniform man was so tight. She got me mad at night. She hit a cop. Trying to find a light. She said I had the right to remain silent. Now I'm trying to holler. Lying like a siren. Talk about
conversations. And as I came on to speak,
You know that cable?
judgment free. Your sentences won't be cross-examined. There's no prosecution or persecution, because we're not building a case, but we're building a base where we can communicate and inspire growth. Overstanding, we can overcome